stopping me. She really wanna be the one to rock with me, then grab the cuffs and lock it. Don't knock it, but please don't copy me.
What's up, y'all? It's Valentyne, back with another video where I check out music and just give y'all my thoughts and opinions on it. So I was recommended Tom MacDonald's I Hate Hip Hop by y'all guys. Now, I wasn't necessarily planning to do a Tom MacDonald video, not because I don't think that he's like a good lyricist, but because I feel like a lot of his points are very controversial and it stems a lot of thought and just a lot of conversation and sometimes arguments. So I hadn't intended to really go to his music, because I've heard some of it. I actually have not heard this track or seen anything about it, but it was recommended in the comments by y'all guys, and so if y'all want to see it, I'm happy to provide. So I figured we can go ahead and check it out. So I got my water, I got my backup water, I got my backup water. So let's go ahead and check out the video, y'all guys. Let's see what Tom MacDonald's bringing today.
Yeah, I'm not a YouTube rapper. Come on, give me credit. I don't need to do reactions to get views, okay, I said it. Not a label rapper, I'm way too offensive. Go ahead and call me clickbait, I'm in millions independent.
He's got a point. I mean, like, a lot of labels don't like to sign artists that are, like, fairly controversial like he is.
I'm a mumble rapper, y'all understand every single word. I'm not taking Xanax, rapping about money, liquor, and girls. Not a SoundCloud rapper, I got hits you actually have heard. I exist outside the internet, done shows around the world. Not a boom bap rapper, I'm not stuck in 1990. I like Wu-Tang, but that vibe is kinda old and grimy. Not a conscious rapper, autos rappers sound like SJ Dubs. Not a gangster rapper, cool enough without being a thug. I'm not country rap, I don't play guitar, I don't drive a truck, I don't chew tobacco, get the Chevy stuck 10 feet of mud. I'm not horrorcore, I don't paint my face, I don't trip. I can only be myself, and I am Tom MacDonald. I think I gotta let him know. Ay, ay, ay. And let me say it from the soul, man. I hate hip-hop. How dare you call me a rapper when all these rappers don't have nothing left to say? I hate hip-hop. It's full of liars and actors, these little rappers about as real as they names. I hate hip-hop. Keep the glitz and the glamour, cause all these rappers are putting kids in their grave.
Alright, so I usually don't want to pause in the middle of the hook or anything like that, but I do want to like make some comments. So like something to talk about when it comes to Tom MacDonald is like he can rap, like he can spit, like he's on point with the flow. He's got some awesome cadences that kind of switch up the melodies a lot, and it just it sounds really, really dope, even if he's talking about something that would be considered a controversial topic, which this song isn't super controversial. I know that he mentions like a couple things, like how he doesn't like mumble rappers, he doesn't like Wu-Tang Clan, it's too old, he doesn't like any of that, so when you're coming into the hip-hop genre as an outsider, and by as an outsider I mean the beginning, well, I don't know if it was necessarily the beginning, but the first thing that I saw of him was him basically pointing out the fact that he feels like an outsider in the actual like hip-hop genre because, well, most people know that it does come from black culture, and so he sees a lot of people like either call him out for appropriating black culture, or because he's another Eminem spinoff, which everybody likes to say that about white rappers. It's like, oh, you're the next Eminem, and like there's a lot of like white rappers that nothing like Eminem, and everybody likes to say that still. But regardless of that topic, it seems that this one is specifically about like I'm not a fan. I'm not interested in hip-hop, even though I'm a hip-hop artist. I could be wrong. That might not be the takeaway that he has for this song, or it might not be the takeaway that you do, but that's kind of what I'm getting so far. Let's continue.
I hate hip-hop. The whole culture is cancer. They'll kill their mama for some clout in a chain. I'm not a mainstream rapper, I think they're pathetic. I don't compromise my vision just so I can sell some records. I'm not underground, that means it's hard to sell it. I got mass appeal of Master V and catchy with a message. I'm not white boy rap, I actually got the juice and caught a vibe. Bumping Eminem don't mean that all you boomers really rhyme. Not a corny rapper spitting every song in double time. Say so much and don't say nothing, bunch of garbage in your lines. Not a little rapper, I ain't auto-tuning every song. I ain't making tunes exclusively but drinking at the club. Not a candy rapper, I ain't making albums full of pop. I ain't Macklemore, Logic, Lil Dicky, or Asherah. I ain't emo rap, I ain't shedding tears. I don't cut myself, I don't romanticize suicide upon mental health.
Wow, I call him my music out now. Okay.
I ain't backpack rap, that's my granddad's rap. He don't take this as a diss, I'm just Tom MacDonald.
Okay, that was pretty funny.
Gotta let him know. Ay, ay, ay. And let me say it from the soul, man. I hate hip-hop. How dare you?
I don't know, you rocking them Swizz contact lenses pretty well there for hating hip hop.
Call me a rapper when all these rappers don't have nothing left to say. I hate hip-hop. It's full of liars and actors. These little rappers about as real as they names. I hate hip-hop. Keep the glitz and the glamour, cause all these rappers are putting kids in their graves. I hate hip-hop. The whole culture is cancer. They'll kill their mama for some clout and a chain.
I'm so used to hearing people hate, I get it. Hip-hop hates me and I hate it too. It's been this way forever. I don't move like them, I'll never be accepted. I got rich without a cosign. I won't hold you cause you're jealous. I don't want the clout, I don't need a friend. Y'all can keep your beats. Never signed a deal, so every dollar goes to me. I've been humble, ain't been flexing, ain't been showing off my blessings. Maybe I should take a second to make sure y'all get the message. I'm in beast mode, check the teeth glow. I don't need dough. Everything is Fendi, Gucci, Sachi, Louis V. Oh, nothing new to me, no. Too much green to keep, bro. $100,000 every hour that I sleep for. I don't talk about it cause the way my mama raised me good. All these rappers hate me, if they don't, I'll say they maybe should. HOG the army, they say crazy is as crazy does. So watch yourself, blood on our hands, don't bother us, we bathe in blood.
I hate hip-hop. How dare you call me a rapper when all these rappers don't have nothing left to say. I hate hip-hop. It's full of liars and actors. These little rappers about as real as they names. I hate hip-hop. Keep the glitz in.
Okay, another mid-hook pause. This hook is dope, by the way. I actually might play it back, because honestly, like, it sounds good. Like, music sounds good, regardless of the message. Like, even with, like, mainstream music and stuff like that, you don't have to agree with the message to enjoy the actual track. Because, you know, there's a ton of music all over, a ton of different genres that are, like, messages or themes, things that you just really, really, really hate. That one Christmas song that I never remember the name of that turns out to be very much about like rape or something like that that people loved for years until they found out that's what it was about. But so I don't know, like I dig the song, like the track sounds good, it's a dope track, but let's get through this final hook. I'll share my thoughts. I'll get them together for you guys.
The glamour, cause all these rappers are putting kids in their graves. I hate hip-hop. The whole culture is cancer. They'll kill their mama for some clout and a chain.
Okay. So yeah, Tom MacDonald, I hate hip hop. So, video, awesome. Great video, very well edited. Whoever, well, they did their tag, but like the person that created the video and directed it did a really, really good job. The track is very well produced, sounds good, super good track, but it's, you know, it's just a shot at like hip hop culture, and that's, you know, that's what it is. There are some points that I do agree with, a lot, and then there's some points that I disagree with. But the reason that I feel like it's not something that I can really vibe with too well is because it's kind of like not minding your own, you know what I mean? You're kind of like being disrespectful to be disrespectful to people that you think deserve to be disrespected, but in reality, they make their own, you know what I mean? Like, regardless, you could be a backpack rapper. Like, I think Futuristic was a backpack rapper, and, you know, he made his own. And then you could be, you know, a mumble rapper, but, you know, look at Lil Pump and people like that. Like, make their own. I mean, you know, whatever their goal was, they've achieved it. So how can you really, like, yeah, you can hate on them, but how can you really say that, you know, that they're not successful? You know what I mean? There's a ton of successful people, and it depends on what your goal is that really makes you successful. You know what I mean? Like my personal goal is like, music like saved my life, and that's like he was talking about the emo rappers and stuff like that. Music genuinely saved my life, so I want to present other people with that opportunity with my music. You know, if I have one person telling me that because of my music, like they felt a little bit better throughout their day, that would really, really like make a difference for me, and that's the main motive for me. For other people, it's money. For some people, it's the fame. For some people, it's just because they have fun making music. They don't really care about any of it. So I don't know what Tom MacDonald's motive is, but this track itself, while a really good, solid track, does sound like something that is more or less to get a rise out of people. You know what I mean? And he mentioned that he doesn't identify as a clickbait rapper. Um, I mean, fair, I guess, but I would say that regardless of whether you identify as it or not, um, which if you don't identify as it, actually, that's respectable. If that's not what you want to be seen as, that's fine. I do think that this track and many others like his, like I mentioned, are controversial and inspire reactions in people, and that a lot of his fan base are those people that either get the reaction out of them or the people that agree with these controversial views. A lot of them having to do with like race, skin color, who someone chooses to love in their life, and like that the people that will agree with some of the views that he has presented, even if he doesn't agree with them, you still have people that agree with these views supporting you. But that's just my thought on it. Honestly, like I don't diss Tom MacDonald. I think he's a dope lyricist. Someone that, regardless of whether or not I agree with how he takes his music, it's his music and his artistry, and I have no right to say what he should and shouldn't be doing, just as he has no right to say what I should and shouldn't be doing. So, different artists, that's fine. But what do y'all think? Like, what are y'all's thoughts on this track and other work of Tom MacDonald's? And if you have any recommendations for me to check out, definitely leave a comment. Just let me know. This was a recommendation, and I'm glad I watched it because it gave me some more insight on who this person is, and it was a dope track. I don't know if I put it in my playlist, but I think it was a solid track. I might listen to it again in a second, just to see if I can hear other stuff that I didn't hear before. But what do y'all think? Let me know, and feel free to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to support me in any of the links in the description, and make sure to click that bell down there because you're not gonna get notifications from me if you don't click that. So awesome! I appreciate y'all coming out today. I'll see y'all in the next video.